I don't have a name because I was never given one. I have lived in this bunker all my life because my so-called father, a ruthless man equivalent to the devil, has trapped me here since I was born. He keeps on blabbering on about training and preparing me for the day of the apocalypse. I know, right? That's total bullshit. Do you know how I know it's total bullshit? When you are kept underground for every single year of your life, your senses become heightened. You sense of balance, touch, smell, hearing, and sight. Every day before going to bed, I would use my heightened senses to listen to the peaceful environment at the surface world. My father made me undergo rigorous physical training and made me memorize hundreds of martial art techniques. The only thing that kept me going is that I wished to see my mother, of which I was separated from at an early age. My dad had always told me that my mom was dead and that an apocalypse was coming. Many would ask why I hadn't used my skills to defeat my father, to be able to escape, right? It's because my father is someone you would call a monster. Speed, strength, and power that goes against the laws of science and nature itself. He always used to smile at me anytime he beat me up for the sake of training. Little did I know that behind that fake laughter, there was a father genuinely in pain and tears for treating his son that way. I woke up after an intense training session when I realized that the locked doors were opened. I ran through them instinctively and climbed to the surface. Seeing the peace and freedom made me realize that my father was lying. For about 15 minutes, I enjoyed the peace. That was when they came. The invaders, alienic monsters that have no value for human life. Like the locust animal devouring the crops, they scatter across the earth and kill every single being in sight. Realizing that the apocalypse was true, I start to question whether my mom was really dead. A hand suddenly grabbed me by the arm and pulled me away. It was my dad. He had come to save me. The only way out of the city was through a bridge. An alien latched its tentacles on my shin, making me unable to move faster. I told my dad to run away and leave me since I have nothing to live for. He instead placed a piece of paper in my palms and told me he has a plan, so I should just run. I ran very fast without turning my head around. I felt the ground beneath me shaking when I realized that my dad had destroyed the bridge to protect me, sacrificing himself in the process. My mind just went blank. I didn't know what to do or how to live. I just wanted to die and make everything go away. I see one of the aliens rushing at me to attack, and I suddenly remembered the paper my dad gave to me. The writing in it said, "Your mom is alive." Tears started to roll from my eyes when I received a new conviction. A conviction to find my mom at all costs. Remembering all the techniques my dad had taught me, I stepped to the side at incredible speed to dodge the monster's attack. I slid on the ground to grab a weapon, and before the monster could turn around, I had pierced the monster's head, where his weak spot lay, killing it. A lot of people banded together to survive the apocalypse, but my dad asked me to do otherwise. A yellow-haired girl, of which I call Sports Girl, is seen looking for food to help her companions. She sees two people, part of her group, finding food and eating by themselves. Just then she hears a scream when we see the monsters attacking. Sports Girl runs fast towards the monster when the cheetahs behind her plan to run away the moment the monster's attention becomes set on Sports Girl, but they greatly underestimated her. I mean, why do you think I call her Sports Girl in the first place? Using her athletic skills, she weaves, slides, hand walks, and jumps out of the monster's attacks. She hears the cheetahs screaming their lungs out, meaning that they were being eaten to death. This was the moment I met her. I managed to be at the place Sports Girl decided to hide from the monster. My body was exposed to the monster, but Sports Girl pulled from danger in the heat of the moment. By the time I woke up, I was in strange position with Sports Girl. I instinctively stepped back and raised my guard. My stomach gurgled, which indicated that I hadn't eaten for days. I lost strength in my body when I saw Sports Girl holding bread. She was skeptical to share at first, but she later gave me half of it, requesting a payback of 4 times the amount. After eating, I decide to head out and look for the subway. Sports Girl says that she knows the place, and I decide to follow her carefully. After all, humans cannot be trusted. We meet a doctor named Wang. He guides us to the subway, as I see people in fear and despair. None of them posed as a threat to me, because I couldn't sense the pressure and fear I felt from my father from them. It seems one of the survivors needed to be operated, so the doctor decided to help. The survivor was grateful until he saw the name tag on the doctor's dress. He sees veterinarian as he gets scared. He plans to run from the operation when the doctor knocks him out with a brick as an option for anesthetic. After some time, we see a bully with his men. He tells his men to gather everyone in front of him. Everyone gathered seemed confused as one guy talked against the bully. The bully, claiming to see every person's true self, stepped forward and saw a fearful guy within the guy standing up for himself. He punches the guy in the stomach when the guy falls to the ground and becomes obedient. The bully gets a report of 3 people not amongst the meeting, and among the 3 I was one of them. I woke up seeing the bully and his guys in front of me. The bully leader gave me 2 minutes to get to the gathering, when he decided to see my true self within. He gets shocked as he sees a boy with monsters surrounding him. That was when I spoke. 2 minutes. I only need 2 seconds to kill all of you. They suddenly pull out the only picture I have of my parents, and the only clue I have into finding my mom. This gave out my weakness, so I had to comply. Out of anger, I slapped Sports Girl's hand the moment she reached out to help. The bully called all of us and asked that we see his word to be absolute and all-powerful. Those that wanted to survive by bowing went to his side, and those that didn't stayed back, including the 3 of us and others too. Because we didn't want to follow the bully's orders, we were confined and watched over by a guy named Chicken Comb. A woman came to me to talk so I don't feel lonely. We bonded a bit but still decided to close myself from humans. After 4 days, every single day, the guy with my picture would come with boys and beat me up. After they were done, the woman came to me and gave me food. But this time she fell ill after she gave me the food. The doctor was about to treat her when the guy with my picture suddenly came in, saying that the boss needs him to treat someone on his side. The doctor prioritizes the woman first when we suddenly see blood dripping. The guy with the picture had stabbed the woman because he thought she was the reason the doctor wasn't listening to orders. That was when I thought to myself, just for this measly reason he killed a woman in cold blood? At that moment the killer thought I was scared when he saw my face. He later realized his mistake when he saw my face filled with bloodlust. Bloodlust I only felt for my father. And another mistake the killer had done was that he had left the picture, meaning he wasn't in control of my weakness anymore. I crouched down, and with a burst of speed I jumped forward, ready to blast the killer's face with my fist. To watch the next part of my story, subscribe to this channel and stay tuned by turning on notifications.